Quick demonstration on how one of these puller tools works for the giant Reign and Trance from 05 to 07. Also, a quick demonstration of the effectiveness of a partial strip down of a bike over a full strip down. To get into this pivot, I would have had to have probably removed the crank and the wheels, which is a lot better than stripping the entire bike down. You can change bearings with a vise and a few other quite simple tools. However, specific tools for pivot points or other jobs make it a lot easier to service something. I'm going to service this pivot point here. I'm going to remove the bearing. I've elevated the frame slightly so it's easier to get into, but realistically if it was in a bike stand you'd be able to get into it quite easily anyway. I'm just manually aligning this part with my hands. I think it should sit about there. If I leave that, I've got two 13mm spanners, which is what I'll need to activate this tool. And all I do is tighten this up. If at this point, when I'm doing this, if it becomes really tight, I want to check and make sure everything's aligned properly. For me, I'm sure that that's where it needs to be, just from using these tools in the past. That's it. So simple it is to take the bearings out there. Now I wouldn't have had to strip this entire bike. I could have just removed the crank and the wheels and gotten into that on a bike stand very easily, which saves me a lot of time. That's basically how the removal tool works on the Reign and Trance from 05 to 07.